Yo, what is up, fam? Welcome back to play. I hope you're having a great day. You know I'm going to have a great day because I always get to kick it with y'all. We're going to go over what our nerfs and buffs are for Season 9, as well as what the ground loot's going to be, as you're going to see in BR, because let's face it, most of us here are going to be BR, but y'all play an MP, we're going to go over what the MP action is going to be as well. So let's take a dive into it. Let's see what's going on and what we can expect out of Season 9. We're going to see here in Season 9 is our ground loot updates for BR. We're going to cover that. So our assault rifles, we're going to get some updates to assault rifles here. We're going to have the M16, AK-47, M4. These are the guns that have been on the ground, as well as Maddox for a while. We're going to be seeing the updates, though, of the KN-44, the Odin, the Craig 6. Y'all will be loving the Craig 6, especially y'all that just got that Redux draw for the Drake. I know you're enjoying it because I've loved it since day one. And then, of course, the FFAR. A lot of y'all FFAR lovers going to be able to whip that thing back out and use it. It's a classy-looking gun, especially if you got that Mythic. We've got our sniper updates, the sniper rifles. The ZRG is back, baby, and I was using it earlier. It's a beautiful thing. The ZRG is going to be back on ground loot. We're going to keep our DLQ and the Outlaw. The other one that we're going to be seeing replacing the EBR is going to be the XBR 50. For y'all that love that quick firing semi-automatic style sniper rifle, there you go, kids. That's exactly what you're going to get is your XBR 50. You know it pops off, so y'all be enjoying that one. Now, coming up with the light machine guns, we have the RPD staying in there. Now we're going to be putting back in the Holger. As you see that Redux draw that just came back through for that Mythic Holger, you're going to be able to get your Mythic Holger off the ground loot as well. Very deadly. A lot of people already using it in there, so definitely going to see a lot of people with that one. Now, submachine gun updates. We're going to be keeping the Rust, the Q9, the QXR, the Switchblade, OTS-9 will be in there. Now, for update-wise, the PDW is going to be new to ground loot. It's back in there. The PP-19, which is your Bison, the Bison shall be in there as well. And then, of course, the all-new CX-9. The CX-9 is ground loot before, of course, we get it in the Battle Pass. I'm going to make another video y'all can tune into to be able to go over that CX-9, my thoughts, my reviews on that. And then we'll be looking at the custom loadouts for it as well. So stay tuned. I'll be having a video for that as well. Next thing up we're going to see is shotguns. Shotgun users. We got the BY, the KRM, and the JAK-12. The new Argus is not in there. So if y'all just got that Argus Leggy, you're just going to have to pull it out the crate, kids. But we're definitely going to be seeing that. Also, don't forget the BY... Oh, no, I'm sorry. The HSO is not ground loot. The BY is ground loot now. With a KRM and JAK-12, the HSO is no longer ground loot. Kind of odd since we're going to be seeing that new attachment for it with those fragment rounds. Kind of odd that we're not going to see it as ground loot. And then the marksman, we're staying with the Kilo Bolt. I wish they would add something else in there like MK2 or the SBR-208. SKS dropped off. We don't see that anymore in there. So just the Kilo Bolt, kind of odd. Keeping the range class a little bit lower. Now, other things that you're going to see in BR now for updates. You see it says optimized team size replenishment mechanism to make games with less than full teams less likely to occur. So what that means is that it's going to make sure that you're going to be paired up with somebody in there. So randoms are going to be popping with you or bots are going to be running with you. If you're trying to run solos quads or duos quads, or solo duos, it might take a little bit longer for you to find that match, but you'll still be able to get there. Don't worry. Next thing we're going to see is the optimization of the 3D hit prompts in Battle Royale. The color and transparency of the 3D hit prompts can be adjusted. So you'll see those adjustments in there. The settings affect the upper limit of individual generated 3D hit prompts has been optimized. So it's going to be a little crisper, a little cleaner in there. Before it was a little wonky. Sometimes it didn't populate, you didn't see it, and sometimes it was just a little off where it was on target. It was not coming from that direction exactly. So they've got that fixed for us. All right, so next thing we're going to go into here, let's go ahead and get into the adjustments, the buffs and the nerfs, y'all. This is what everybody loves to hear each season, buffs and nerfs. Our first one we're going to see here, PDW. PDW is getting a buff. Slight reduced lateral recoil. So, I mean, whatever. It's not going to zig when it should have zagged, right? Amex, the CR56, we're going to have a range increase there that you're going to see. This is for MP only. So BR is not going to get this one. MP only on this one, though. So third range increase by 2 meters. So you're talking about 28 to 30. So you'll see a lot of people trying to use that in the MP maps. So watch the ranged ones, crossfire, things like that. You're probably going to see some more people using that, especially with that one shot using like an SKS. You also that M67 mag now increased BSA. So you'll see that adjustment in there as well. Next one up is going to have a fun gun that nobody thinks about much. It slaps pretty hard. It's going to be the ASM-10 ADS speed increase. So you're going to be able to get on site much quicker here. That's a big reduction from 280 to 250. That's quite a drop. You'll see a lot more out of that one. You'll have the lateral recoil kick eased out. So you're not going to get as much of that when it's easing out of it, coming back off the target. You're not going to see that as much. So you'll see a little more people using it. Probably still not going to be people's favorite, but you might have that one-off being able to use it in the matches. Next one up is a big one, AS Val. The AS Val, the last range removed, BR only. So be careful. You're going to see a lot of people probably trying to use the AS Val in BR, especially with that one shot like the SKS, just like your Amex. You're going to also have a lot of AS Vals. I'll probably be doing a video on that one. I'll be running it on my live stream tomorrow morning, but definitely one of those ones you'll be seeing me use in here as well, like an SKS stand-in. But you're going to see here how it dropped off. You used to have 28, 25, 22, and 17. Now it's 28, 25, and 22. So at range, it's not dropping off the 17 anymore. It's staying at 22. That's a big difference. And of course, the SPP 15-round mag, we're going to see the removed flinch penalty, increased ADS. So you're going to see that adjustment in there as well. Definitely a valid option to be using that AS Val. You're going to see a lot of people trying to do that. Next one up, not many people probably going to do this, as well as the following one after it. The Chickum's going to have decreased lateral recoil. Woo! Who's going to use it, right? Same thing with the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh's not a gun anybody really uses, but it did decrease the vertical recoil. The taser charge speed increase, so it's going from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. So it's going to increase the recharge speed a little faster so you can zap somebody. If are you going to zap somebody? Right? Anyways, the next one is another big buff, a big one that I'm going to see a lot more people using. A lot of us use it. I love the gun right now, especially ground loot wise. For last season, I should say, the ground loot last season, the Grau. The Grau 5.56 is definitely a good gun, especially with these updates and these buffs. So the Tempest 26.4-inch barrel is getting a ranged increase. A 10% ranged increase, y'all. 35 to 45. Another huge buff. ADS movement speed penalty decreased as well. So it went from 15% to 12%. So you're going to be able to see people moving a lot quicker with it. You're going to have a lot more range damage out of it. Definitely a gun that you're going to want to grab and use. Now, as far as some nerfs go, we'll get into a little bit of nerfage. We're going to have the HVK getting a little bit of nerf for the large caliber ammo decrease from 32 to 28. Nobody really used HVK that much anyways. Every once in a while we'd see it. The Holger. The Holger, now that's ground loot and BR, we're also seeing a nerf to it. No stock ADS movement speed decreased. So from 40%, plus 40% non-ADS mobility to 26 ADS mobility. So you'll see that change in there a little bit as well. I still think we're going to have a lot of people using that, especially in BR and MP. With that high mag capacity, it's still accurate and deadly. And then the last one, LK24. I just did my LK24 video yesterday on the best loadout for LK24 in Season 8. It's still a good gun, but the ADS bullet spread has been nerfed. So you're seeing it drop from 14.4 to 16.9. Only difference I'd say in there when you're making the loadout on this, I would suggest that you're going to actually not use the long range mod and put the precise shot on it. That's going to make the world of difference in it. You're going to want to have a vertical recoil unless you're really good at controlling your recoil. Maybe put that long range mod, take off the vertical recoil, but you're going to want to have that precise shot on there one way or another to dial in that ADS bullet spread. All right, so next screen on here, we're going to get to page 2 of the nerfs and buffs. We've got a lot of nerfs and buffs this season, y'all. Next one, everybody's loved AK-47 ADS bullet speed increase. That's right, it's hitting its target a little bit faster, y'all. Loving it. Same thing we're going to see with the EM2. You know me, I got that pineapple one I like to use. ADS bullet speed increase from 280 down to 260. So we're going to see that increase as well. A little quicker to the target this time. Perk adjustments. This is really MP. We're going to go over it anyways, just because some of y'all do love MP, and I play it. You know, got to grind out the camos, got to know what's going on, what's going down Charlie Brown, you know. So we got the Echo Grenade. Scan per grenade, 1 to 2, whatever that means, y'all. Spycraft. We got Spycraft in here. Reduced time required to hack enemies' electronics. Woo! I don't know if we'll see many people doing that. Now, the next one in here, I'll tell you, you will see people, and don't be going, oh, they're hacking. Oh my God, look how fast they're moving. Yeah, lightweight and agile together, y'all, with a melee or an SMG, they're going to be cruising around the map very fast versus someone running around with an AR or the Holzer. You're not going to be moving as quick as these folks. You're going to have a slight increase to mantling speed. So they will be up and over some stuff with the lightweight and the agile together. Be prepared to see some fast movers in the game. Demo expert, explosion damage increase. So we're going to see that little bit increase, a 5% increase to that one. You'll see that. Recon class is going to get something here. Increase detection radius. This is going to be a big one to be able to detect that stuff going on in the map. So you'll see that here and there, probably not a whole lot. Next one you're going to have is BR only. That's for all of us that will love our BR matches. This is some gun buffs that are only going to be for us. The M13 damaged increase. We're seeing much more damage out of the mid-range. Oh, one more mid-range, but then we're seeing quite a bit there with 2 more points at the end of it for the long range. So a little more viable for that mid to long range action out of it. So it'll be standing toe-to-toe with the FFAR this season, I feel. Next one, of course, is the AK-117. Basically, what everybody felt was the meta for Season 8 is getting a nerf, but it's also getting a little bit of buff. Ranged increase, you're going to see the range increase here. Quite a bit range increase on it. So it's going to stand toe-to-toe with the AK-47. A little bit faster cycle rate. Last season, we saw a lot of people using AK for range. AK-117, like medium, short range. You're going to see people using a little longer range. Now, we are seeing a nerf, of course, coming with slight decrease to the aim assist. So if you're someone who uses aim assist, it ain't going to be hooking like it used to. So get used to that, y'all. Next one up is going to be the Shockwave class. Our class is in BR. Shockwave recharge amount upgrade after the upgrade, decreased from 2 to 1. So they're not going to have as many times to be able to pop you with it. So one shot, and then after that, you'll be able to make a move on them. Now the thing is this is going to see a recharge time upgrade after the upgrade decrease. So it will recharge for them a little quicker, but they're not going to have 2 of them to use on you. Still, I think that's a good balance right there. The next one, for some of the fam that come through on the live stream wanting me to use Kinetic Station always, that's for you, bro. The armory value increase, 50-70 to 75-100. Quite a bit of a difference there. So you're going to see some more people trying to use this class. I think there's some secret sauce behind it on the right way to use this with your team. Other than that, still not my favorite, but might be a little more viable now with this increase to it. All right, last but not least, the last thing we're going to get to is Desperado. This is the biggest class update for BR. Be leery, be watching out for people using Desperado when you're pushing, especially because that turret is going to be deadly, deadly, deadly. You're seeing it here, y'all. Adding strong aim assist to the shield turret. So it's going to be locking onto some people. Turret damage increase. Look at this, man. It went from close range 55 to 65. Coming up on that second range damage from 50 to 60, a 10 increase. The next one we're seeing 45 to 48, not too much. But then you're going to see the last one here from 40 to 45. That's pretty significant when it comes to it. Plus, wait, kids, we're not done yet. The next one we're going to have here is gain 1.1 times a multiplier for chest and arm shots. So you're hitting midsection with this thing, it's going to be destroying some people. The bullet speed adjustment also has been increased, so it's going to be hitting targets a lot faster, less bullet drop at range with it. And then impact set, so it's set to 3 now, which if you don't know what impact set is, it means like when I hit you with a gun, what kind of hit flinch you're going to be receiving from it. this thing is going to be making you go all over the place when it's hitting you. So be careful. You're going to try to sit there and slide out of the way. You're probably going to crouch when it does it. All right, and the last thing we're going to have is increased damage dealt to vehicles. Do you see it, kids? Do you see it? We did 100% increase on this thing. It went from 100 to 200. If you're riding around in an automobile and you come pushing this thing, someone's going to drop it like a Defender or the Ravager right now right in front of you and just start ripping into that vehicle. You're done. You're going to be fried in that vehicle pretty quick. I can't wait to see what that's going to do. I'm probably going to do a highlight video on that as well, just to see exactly how well it does work. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell. Make sure you get those notifications for when we go live for the COD Sunrise, as well as my videos I'm dropping like this on the regular. And then we'll get some shorts in there as well for you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for your time as always. And until next time, fam. Peace.